Yeah, very pleased. I think that's an important part of how we play. I think the game plan coming into the game was to make the game as quick as we could and use that speed, and obviously to penetrate in behind. Sometimes you've got to speed up the game and play in front. But so pleased, especially at this stage of the season. I mentioned before the game, it's not going to be perfect, but we've got to get going. And I thought we got going today, and a lot of our play was exceptional in the game. So, a really good day for us. 4 goals, clean sheet, created other opportunities, and really pleasing.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Celtic Forever podcast. Celtic 4, Kilmarnock 0. Superb display with Celtic today. We'll bring in John in a wee second. First, I just want to mention the correct score competition winner, which was Emed or EMED. I don't know, he's a new commenter anyway, him or her. So congratulations to Emed getting the correct score. Only the one winner. 4-0 to Celtic. Congratulations to Emed. We'll get a prize out to you as soon as you get your address over to us. It'll be a Legends frame print. So congratulations to Emed, and we'll get the housekeeping at the road as well. Before we bring John in, hit the subscribe button, please. Hit the like button as well. Help the YouTube channel out, and you also get us over on Facebook. Xander John page on Facebook. You'll get extra content over there. I've also put the highlights of today's game on over there as well. If you want to go over and have a wee look, I'll put a link to the channel in the description below. Right, John. Welcome. How you doing, John? That was some performance today, was it not?
Aye, that was really easy on the eye, wasn't it? Just, I wouldn't say it was Celtic at their best or anything. Obviously, it's the start of the season. Looked low in energy in the second half a wee bit. The energy levels kind of dropped a wee bit, I think. But first half, I thought they were fantastic, and just as expected, any second half in it, low energy really, and substitutions and stuff, but still performed to a man brilliantly. Xander, I thought they were outstanding for the first competitive match of the season. Brilliant.
Yeah, sharpness. We'll get to the 1-2-1. Sorry, no, the 1-1. The individual, player scoring's a wee bit later on, John. But we'll go through the post-match first, obviously. But to a man, Celtic were outstanding, to be honest with you. Even the subs that came on the park as well. I thought they all played really well. Kilmarnock were as dogged as they normally are, John. They, big physical players. There's a couple of injuries as well, apparently, Kilmarnock. But it didn't matter if they had a full team or, their injured players back there on the part of the day, John. I think Celtic would have wiped the floor with them either way.
Well, definitely, aye. I don't know if Kilmarnock, obviously, they're just off the back of a European hangover, if you like, and they dropped down into the Conference League, so that might have contributed to Kilmarnock's kind of sluggish performance. We did say that Kilmarnock might be like that after coming back from Europe, so I don't know if that was a thing that contributed to that, or was it just Celtic were just a whole lot better?
Yeah, Celtic were just a whole lot better, John. They've been outstanding through the close season, and they carried it over into the day's game against Kilmarnock. So we sit high and proud at the top of the league on Flag Day, John. Sitting top, on goal difference. St Mirren in second, Rangers in seventh, I might add as well. But yeah, just a brilliant day. Obviously, we didn't get the sunshine. I said just that it was going to be a nice sunshiny day. I hope they took my advice and went to the game with no jacket, etc., because it never stopped raining, did it?
Nice wet day for the players, for the body, zip about on the park, nice greasy surface. So maybe that helped Celtic as well, made the passing nice and slick. That was thoroughly enjoyable. Doesn't matter if it's no sunny, and it's just it's always good to have the sun on Flag Day, but the most important thing is the 3 points, isn't it? Gets us up there at the top of the league. So happy days.
Yeah, happy days, John. I've also put a wee Flag Day video over on Facebook. I'll put the link down there as well. Anybody wants to see any of this stuff, just click on it. It'll take you straight to it. All right, John, let's get into the post-match then. Let's get started. Celtic zipping the ball about early on. Went they, John, first 10, 15 minutes, zipping the ball about. Some lovely football. It really was. As you said a minute ago there, John, the rain on that surface made it nice and slick, nice and wet. Lovely passing. Confidence flowed through that entire team.
Aye, they looked really confident. I'm sure the results they had in the USA tour. Look, I know it was only friendlies and nobody's getting carried away. I'm certainly not getting carried away with friendly results, but it looks like that form just continued into the competitive stuff, Sander.
Yeah, I've got to bear in mind, John, Kilmarnock, the team that they are, that they always give us a very, very tough game. So that wasn't the case today. It was the total opposite, to be honest with you. It was men against boys. If you're going to be totally honest, no disrespect to Kilmarnock, it's just that Celtic are flying just now. So, as I say, first 10, 15 minutes, John, we're spraying that ball about, lovely confidence. But the first thing I noticed was his two crippling tackles, John, from this boy Murray on Taylor, and then Scales, two yellow cards. I don't care if it's the first 5-10 minutes of the game, John. It's early, and that's the reason why he doesn't get booked. That was a yellow card. It should have been at least booked once for both the tackles.
There's quite a few Kilmarnock players that evaded the yellow card today. There was some pretty tasty challenges going on there, and Big Oddbod was at the centre of it yet again. McInnes had to take him off before he got sent off. Well, he should have been sent off, but lucky boy to still be on the park.
Yeah, it was a wee theme of things to come. I'm noticing a wee theme, and it's just conspiracy theory. But no, I'm noticing a wee theme here, John, with the game yesterday, the game today. I'm going to get into that a wee bit later, right? But we'll move on. Kyogo, 15 minutes, shot cleared off the line. Lyons roars back to clear it off the line, didn't he? That was a good clearance, to be fair to Brad Lyons. Kyogo nearly getting on the score sheet in the first game of the season. But a good clearance and good defending for Kilmarnock there.
Aye, it was very unfortunate, Kyogo. I thought he was brilliant today, with Kyogo. Apart from sticking the ball in the net, I thought he was outstanding. Sharp,
very sharp. He's looking crisp. He's looking sharp. He's looking lean as well, John. He's looking very lean. He's looking good. I think we're going to get a season and a half out of Kyogo this year. I think he's going to get over that 20 goal mark quite easily, to be honest with you. But apart from his goals, John, he didn't put the ball in the net, as you say. He just looks up for it. He really does. He looks up for it. 17 minutes. We get the first goal, opening goal, flag day. 18 yards out, wasn't it? It's a wee shot for Hatate. What a finish for Hatate, by the way. Bottom corner, John. Goalkeeper, no chance whatsoever. Just expect that for Rio now, didn't you? It's just got bags of ability, Rio. 1-0 Celtic after 17 minutes.
Aye, lovely finish. Really nice finish. Just passed it into the net, didn't he? He didn't lash at it or anything. It was just a wee pass into the net from about 18, 19 yards, whatever it was. Beautiful finish into the bottom corner. Aye, great start to the game. Sends the Celtic fans into raptures.
Raptures it was, John. It was brilliant. It was a lovely goal. Build up as well was good. A lot of nice build up for Celtic today, actually. So that's usually that puts us 1-0 up. Just a wee quick mention, Jim Craig, John, unveiling the flag, the champions flag the day. It was good to see Jim still looking fit as a flea there.
Aye. It's good to see Jim Craig. I don't know about fit as a flea right enough, but how old is Jim Craig? He must be 80s now.
Yeah, Jim will be in his 80s. He's looking, for that age, he's looking really fit, John. He's looking healthy, and that's the most important thing. He's looking fit and healthy. And it was good to see him, Celtic sort of giving him the job of unveiling the flag the day. It was just a nice touch, to be honest with you. Good to see Jim at Celtic Park again. That's it's just nice to see. He was there with his wife as well, wasn't he?
Aye, it was Jim and his wife. Aye. It was nice to see them both. Couldn't ask for a better man on Flag Day to raise the flag. One of the legends of the club, Lisbon Lion. Every one of them are legends, aren't they? Never be forgotten, any of them. Just outstanding achievement by the Lisbon Lions. I know Celtic fans go on about them a lot, but I can see why. You know, they're legendary not only in Scotland, but in Europe. You know, the first British club to win the European Cup. It's some achievement. And for me, it's an even bigger achievement than England winning the World Cup. It's a bigger achievement. Scotland, with a population at that time, I don't know what the population was then, 5 million or whatever it was. Small country like this, sending a bunch of local boys out to conquer Europe. Just the best achievement in football history, probably, Xander.
Yeah, definitely. Without doubt, to be honest with you, John. But yeah, nice touch for Celtic today to let Jim do that. An absolutely brilliant touch to see that. All right, John, let's move on. Just 1-0 up, passing the ball about quite nice, weren't we? Kilmarnock really never threatened, did they?
No, in the first half, really, no. They had a couple of wee chances in the second half, but they never really threatened at all in the first half. They couldn't get near Celtic, to be honest with you. They were miles off the pace of Celtic, and that's Celtic's first competitive game. So, like I said earlier, Xander, it might just be, European hangover, tired after playing in Europe. I did say that yesterday, that you might get a performance like that from Kilmarnock. I think that's maybe what we got. A bit of both. Celtic being brilliant and Kilmarnock being really poor and lethargic looking.
Yeah, no, John, I'm not taking that. I'm taking it down as just Celtic being outstanding. Kilmarnock played a couple of games, John. That's, they've not played half a season. They're fresh, they're sharp. They've actually got more in their legs than Celtic. So they were just played off the park. That's my opinion anyway. This effort for Kyogo, saved by McCrory, John, in the 55th minute, and then the double effort for Kuhn off the bar. How sharp does Kuhn look, John, at the day especially, and in close season? But that boy was unplayable today.
He was brilliant today, Nicholas Kuhn. Can't say any more than that, Xander. Outstanding performance. And as it says at full time, I think Simon Donnelly was saying that's the last 4 games Celtic's played. They've banged in 4 goals, so goals are plenty. Nicholas Kuhn getting involved yet again.
Yeah, we're not going to jump too far ahead here, John, but a massive test next week against Hibs.
I watched Hibs today against St Mirren. I had to switch over for the Celtic game, right enough. Hibs, they were a big step up from that team St Mirren played. What were they called again? Velour or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that Velour team were very, very poor, Xander. I thought they were a terrible team. Really, really bad. Just looked like a pub team. Mm-hmm. But Hibs were obviously a step up in class. But St Mirren put them to the sword today, Xander, for what I've seen. St Mirren played really, really well and thoroughly deserved their 3-0 win. So, we'll see what Hibs show up next week. No doubt it will be a different Hibs that showed up against St Mirren, because they always raised their game against Celtic.
Yeah, that's without doubt, isn't it, John? Mr. Mirren's a good, decent team. Yeah, he's got them playing quite good, some nice football there at St Mirren. Robinson, isn't it? Robinson. Okay, let's get back to the Celtic game. Easter Road's going to be a different proposition, as you say, John. I totally agree with that. So that was a double save from McCrory, the Kyogo shot, and then the double effort for Kuhn. And it was a good sweet tip onto the bar, that was going into the net, and he stretched McCrory, really did, and tipped it onto the bar and over for a corner. So Kuhn unlucky, but very sharp. 40th minute, we get the second goal, John. Put the game to bed just before half time into big Scales. Basic stuff. Corner kick, floated in, Scales header, bottom of the net. Well, top of the net, but the McCrory had no chance whatsoever with that header. Big Scales, outstanding finish, John. What a player Big Scales is, and what a finish.
I'm always happy to see the centre backs getting goals. I love seeing that. Big Scales, like a young salmon there, wasn't he? Leaping into the air, overpowering his marker, bang right into the corner of the net. Keeper no chance with that one. That's the kind of goals I love. Well done. Kudos to big Liam Scales there. Brilliant. Yeah,
cruise control at this point, isn't it, John? 2-0. Absolute cruise control.
It's cruise control. The whole first half was cruise control. Like I said earlier, Kilmarnock just couldn't get near Celtic. And it's obviously it's Brendan's second season in charge of Celtic, so we're going to see Celtic a bit better this season, I think. Last season we had a lot of injuries to key players, and we can only hope and pray that doesn't happen this season. It's good to see Hatate. He's played all the USA tour, and he's played that game. He's not had any injuries for the past few months, touch wood.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant, Hatate. But like I say, I think Brendan's second season into it, so we're going to see a better Celtic this season. Barring any injuries, that is, Xander.
Yeah, that's right. Because Kyogo's the worry, isn't it, with just the one striker. All right, half time. The whistle goes. 2-0 cruising. Everybody's happy. There's no concern in the stadium, if I'm being honest with you. It's just a great atmosphere. It's just a great day. Rangers drawn yesterday against Hearts, so we knew that winning the day would put us ahead of Rangers anyway. And we're 2-0 at half time. So just a wee quick glance at some of the stats. 18 shots to Kilmarnock's 3, 8 on target for Celtic, 1 for Kilmarnock, and 83% possession for Celtic. So I make that 17% possession for Kilmarnock. And 7 corners, John, just total domination.
It was domination. If you look at one of the other stats, Kilmarnock 176 passes in the game, Celtic 829 passes. So that alone tells you the strength of Celtic. Their passing accuracy was 89%. Xander, Celtic's passing accuracy was 89%. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I was watching the game with my grandson, and I did say to him, funny enough, you mentioned that, John. It's flawless. Every pass, it's finding the player. It's just one of the games that it's flawless, and that's the way it continued into the second half. Obviously, once we get that third goal, we take the foot off the gas, the usual, and the substitutes, as you said, John. But the 54th minute, we had another Hatate shot saved by McCrory. This good boy McCrory was pulling off some saves, wasn't he? We'll get to his hack on Kyogo a wee bit later, but he was pulling off the saves for them the day, McCrory.
I had a few half-decent saves. But you've got to expect that. We get that against every keeper that we come up against. They seem to be pulling off all these saves. But, it's like a half-decent young keeper. Was that's not him that played for Rangers, is it?
It could be, John. I think it could be. Yeah, I'm not sure, not 100%. Don't really follow who they sign, who they don't sign. But if it's McCrory, the goalkeeper for Rangers, I think it is. But I'll find out. 55th minute, Scale shot off the line. Another defensive clearance. They're keeping the score down, aren't they? Still at 2-0 after 55 minutes. Celtic hitting shots, hitting the bar. Clearances off the line. They were just hanging on with their fingernails at this point, Kilmarnock.
Aye. I think they were hanging on by their fingernails the whole game, really. Like he says earlier, it was boys against men. It was... You just couldn't see Kilmarnock scoring in that game at all, could you? They could have played to next year and they wouldn't have scored the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was good to see the clean sheet as well, wasn't it? A good start for Casper in goal as well, but I don't think he had much to do at all, Casper. But then we make it 3-0, John. 3-0, 59th minute. What a run for Kuhn. This boy is, I think he's going to be a star this season. I think he's going to impress. Hoping that's the case, John. We're hoping he doesn't go into his shell again, young Kuhn. But a dazzling run down the line, John, into Kyogo. The keeper saves it again. Then Kyogo gets the flick and assist, if you like. And Kuhn lobs it over the keeper. It's deflected off the Kilmarnock defender. There was a lot of action here, wasn't there? It's deflected off the Kilmarnock defender and into the back of the net. Sort of a loops over the keeper. 3-0 Celtic. Canter case.
It doesn't matter how they get in, as long as they go in, Xander. I don't care. But it's all about Nicholas Kuhn, isn't it? That was his moment there. And it's good to see him getting on the score sheet, of course. That was brilliant. Like you say, it was a wee deflection over the keeper. But we'll take them all, Xander.
Oh, hi. That's a beautiful run for Kuhn. Just want to see that the whole season, John. The rest of the season, he'll be in the team every game if that's the case, because he was unplayable the day we Kuhn. And I would have given man of the match if he didn't get substituted, if I'm going to be honest with you. We'll get to the man of the match later, yours and mine, John. We'll get to that later. But moving on, 69th minute, shot for Hatate. We're about 20 yards out, wasn't it? 1 foot over the bar. Unlucky there, Hatate just looks on top for him. He looks sharp, he looks crisp, he looks interested, he just looks like a 40 million player to me, John Hatate.
Always says it. He's the best player in Scotland by a country mile. He's just so composed, calm. He never panics. He's just a I was going to say world class, but he's just an outstanding talent, really, Tatty. It's good to have him at Celtic, but how long's he going to be there for? I don't know. He's going to get snapped up by somebody eventually, Xander, because he's a top quality talent. He was outstanding today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unplayable as well. Nobody could get anywhere near Hattati today, or most of the Celtic players for that matter, John. All right, then the start of the darkness. The rain starts belting down. There's a yellow card for Donnelly in the 70th minute. So that's the start of the bookings and all these things we're going to talk about, John, penalties and stuff like that. So a booking for Donnelly, like you say, John, he always leaves his boot in, this guy Donnelly, doesn't he? First yellow card of the game.
Aye. He's always done that with Celtic. And I was listening to Peter Grant at the end during the game. The commentary was saying, he says he's a good boy, and all that. So he's good at kicking Celtic players off the park. But apparently, according to Peter Grant, he's a Celtic man as well.
Yeah, I think he is, John. But he is always kicking Celtic players, and he always gets booked against Celtic. Always gets booked against Celtic. But the next bit I want to talk about, John, this was the best part of the game for me. Some beautiful interplay with McGregor and Hattati, Kyogo, Palmer down the line. It was beautiful play, John. Triangles, then a beautiful ball into the box for Kyogo. I think it was Palmer, I'm not sure. And the wee man, it sort of bounced in front of him, didn't it, and hits it wide. But if that would have went in, John, that would have been one of the goals of the season.
Outstanding play by Celtic, wasn't it? Just very intricate, one-touch passing.
Yeah.
Just totally exposed Kilmarnock. If that was Henrik Larsson instead of Kyogo, Henrik would have been in there with a diving header, wouldn't he? But obviously it's no Henrik. I think Kyogo's got to be doing better with that, Xander, to be honest with you. Although he had an outstanding game, I think that particular chance he's got to be doing better with that, especially with the play leading up to it. That'd have been a world-class goal. That was out of this world by Celtic, out of this world. The standards there for that, the intricate passing, the one-touch passing, and the beautiful cross into the box by Hattati.
Hattati was, John, yeah.
But only to be met by a really, really poor finish by Kyogo.
What a cross into the box, but the build-up before it as well. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Kilmarnock players are headless chickens trying to close all this down. But Celtic were just playing a bit with them. But as you say, that if that goes in the net, it's a contender for goal of the season, as far as I'm concerned, John.
No, I totally agree with you. If that was in the back of the net, that's goal of the season all day, because that's world class by Celtic. That's just, the standards are high there. You don't get poor teams playing like that, Xander. That's a quality team that plays like that, and that's what we've seen by Celtic today. They were absolute top quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. It's so good to watch. I know I say that a few times, but 80th minute, John, a goal for Kyogo. He does put the ball in the net eventually, but it's offside. But as you say, if you're offside, you're offside. It's offside. So we'll move on.
Nice finish, by the way.
Yeah, he put it away well, didn't he? Under the keeper, composure, but he didn't get in the score sheet. So. Substitutes, John, was Ralston came on for Johnston, Palmer came on for Kuhn, and then about 10 minutes later we had Forrest off and Yang came on, and Thiago Holm came on for Hattati. That was your substitutes today, wasn't it?
Did you notice his white beard?
I noticed it today, yeah. I noticed that. It's quite poor, isn't it?
That's what it says. You can't have a white beard. He's got quite dark hair, but a white beard. I mean, that's why when I look at him, he reminds me of one of the old movies for the, Scotty the Antarctic or something, when they've got the ice on the beard.
Aye, it does. It's that does not look right, does it? The dark hair and the white beard there. Anyway, it's up to him, I suppose, isn't it? 84 minutes. The ankle breaker, John. This I was shouting and bawling at this, and I saw it in real time. I didn't need to wait for a replay to see this ankle breaker. Brad Lyons on Palmer. What a disgusting tackle that was, John. What a disgusting tackle that was. I don't even think he got booked, did he?
He walked away for that. He never got booked.
Yeah, unbelievable. Didn't look, the VAR didn't look at it. His ankles round the other side of his body. It's all twisted round. It's a disgusting tackle. His ankle's in the ground as well, John. He could have broke his ankle.
Bordering on the red card.
Mm-hmm.
Straight leg into his ankle. You know, it's a brutal challenge. And he just walks away for that. He doesn't even go over to make sure Palmer's okay. Just walks away and doesn't even get booked. Like he says, it's a disgusting decision. And to me, that was worthy of a red card. That's a straight leg into a standing leg. Straight red.
Celtic fans were going crazy, weren't they? They couldn't believe that he walked away for that. And I was one of them. I couldn't believe it either, John. That was disgusting that the referee didn't refer it to VAR for them to have a look at it. Anyway, John, let's move on. This is what's going to be one of these seasons, eh? Then we'll get to that in a wee minute. 85th minute, another one. No penalty. Tackle on Kyogo for the goalkeeper. Absolutely disgusting again. Within 2 minutes of the last tackle, John, Kyogo knocks the ball over the keeper. He's running onto it. Keeper cleans him out inside the box. It's a straight red and a penalty to Celtic. Nothing, John. Nothing. You know, these decisions, right? I know I'm sounding annoyed after a great day, but these decisions yesterday in the day, no penalty to Hearts and no penalty to Celtic the day, it only favours one club. That only favours one club. And there you go, John. The first game of the season, yesterday in the day, the first set of fixtures, John, no penalty to Hearts, no penalty to Celtic. It's disgusting, John. I couldn't believe that didn't go to VAR. Maybe it did go to VAR and they didn't give it. Why did they not give the penalty? He's cleaned Kyogo clean out.
Well, the only thing anybody could conjure up was the fact that Kyogo was offside. So that's wiped out any possibility of a penalty. But the keeper has went into Kyogo with no intention of touching the ball. He's just went in there with the intention of wiping Kyogo out and he got away with it. And he's lucky because Kyogo was offside. So listening to Peter Grant and that, they were saying what I was saying, basically. The only thing that saved him is the fact that Kyogo was offside, Xander.
Yeah, but he wasn't offside, John. VAR didn't give offside. VAR gave it as no penalty, no free kick. The VAR didn't give it as offside.
It was offside though. When it showed you the replay, it was offside. I don't know if
even that was 50-50, to be honest with you. But it was disgusting anyway, John. You know, for the referee, even to speak to the goalkeeper for clearing out the Celtic player. Unbelievable. Anyway.
Well, that's the best I could conjure up, Xander. The only reason I can think that nothing happened out of that instant was it must have been offside, something like that. They looked offside in the replay. But I think if you're intentionally wiping players out, I don't think the offside rule should be changed because he's went in there to intentionally injure Kyogo, that keeper. So it's a bad challenge, and they get away with one there. They get away with the ankle breaker on Palmer. That should have, in my opinion, that should have been a straight red. That's a straight leg. And he's trying to cripple Palmer as well, So they're two really bad decisions the other day.
Yeah, it's just like two examples of things to come yesterday in the day. But anyway, we still sit top of the league, John. We're 2 points ahead of Rangers. That's the main thing. Sitting top of the league as well. We've just got to move on, I suppose. There's nothing we can do about it. 5 minutes were added on, injury time. The only other thing that happened was the goal, obviously. We had a shot for Riley just over the bar, and a minute later we had the Ralston goal. A nice wee goal for him from an angle there for Anthony Ralston, John. Beautiful wee finish through the legs of the goalkeeper. Kyogo with his assist, obviously, fell to Anthony. Rattles into the net, 4-0, John. A nice wee finish and a nice wee goal to round off the day.
Aye, that was a lovely goal. Right through the keeper's legs. Tight angle as well. Very difficult to finish for there. And he puts it right through the keeper's leg, right across the goal, into the back of the net. Aye, outstanding finish by Ralston there. Good to see that boy getting on the score sheet as well. He always plays with a smile on his face, Anthony, didn't he? I tell you, also had a big smile on their face today. James Forrest, when they came off, how happy did he look?
Aye, he actually played well. I know I've not really mentioned him, but we're going to get to the individual player in a second. But He played well. He's sharp. He's crisp. He's looking good. He's, for Jamesy, for a player that a lot of people were thinking he was finished at Celtic, he's turned his career around at Celtic, John. He could play another 2 or 3 years quite easily on that for him anyway.
Aye, he doesn't look like he's a 33-year-old player. He's just turned 33. But he looks like a 22-year-old James Forrest, doesn't he? He's playing out his skin. I think he was outstanding in the day as well, Xander.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it's good to have him back on for him, John. He's a legend at the club, and he's not finished yet. He could finish the season with 10, 15 goals for Celtic easily if he continues that for him. So full time anyway, John, 4-0. Happy as Larry. Apart from the tackles and the decisions there at the very end, happy as Larry. We move on to Hibs next week, but we'll move on to the player ratings just now, John. 1 to 10 individual player ratings. We've not done this for a wee while, so this will be interesting. What are you thinking?
Player ratings. Before I go to player ratings, I was watching the St Mirren game against Hibs today, and it was Hibs TV I was watching it on, and they're obviously in the stand at St Mirren. I was thinking, is he allowed to say that? And the Hibs TV commentator said, it's fair to say, we have the dafties below us here. Talking about the St Mirren fans.
It's quite poor that, isn't it? We might talk about other fans and that, John, but we don't call them dafties. Anyway, no.
I just thought that was hilarious when he says that. I think, is he allowed to say that? It's fair to say we've got the dafties below us because they were all swearing and all that. You could hear it really loud because it wasn't a proper, mic'd up situation. It was just Hibs TV's mics picking up.
Yeah.
It's fair to say we have the dafties here under us today.
They must have been giving him some abuse, John. That's the one thing I can think of. Anyway, what we're going on to next? Our player ratings, John. This is going to be interesting because every player played well. Obviously, Alistair doesn't look quite fit. No fit. He's not had a long enough rest, I think. But what are you thinking anyway? What's your player ratings, John? Before I give you mine.
Well, that was Alistair's kind of pre-season first game, wasn't it? Although it's in the season, but that's his equivalent. That's his first game back.
Yeah.
Kasper Schmeichel had nothing today, and I always give keepers that's had nothing today, I give them a 7 all the time. His distribution was good. I was happy to see him. He had one save to make. He made the save. Looked comfortable, so he gets a 7. Centre backs, Carter Vickers 8, Liam Scales 9. I thought Liam Scales was unbelievable today, Xander. I thought it was unbelievable. He had a couple of stray passes, but other than that, it was unbelievable. Carter Vickers gets an 8. Never looked phased at all, did he? Right-hand side, Alistair Johnston, I'll give him a 7. Left-hand side, Greg Taylor gets an 8. Centre of the park, Matt O'Reilly gets a 9. Rio Hitati, he gets a 9. Callum McGregor gets an 8.5. Up front, Kyogo gets an 8. Right-hand side, Nicholas Kuhn gets a 9. And left-hand side, James Forrest gets an 8.
High scores. And little wonder because every player was just brilliant. What else can you say? I'll run through mine. Schmeichel. We're not used to saying Hart in goals, aren't we? So Schmeichel in goals, I'm the same as you. I'll give him a 7. Did what he had to do. A good distribution, etc. A couple of wee saves, as you say. So 7 for him. Carter Vickers 8. Scales 8.5. Taylor 8.5. Johnston 7. Callum 8. Hitati 9. Matt O'Reilly 8. Kuhn 8 because he only played 63 minutes, and James Forrest 7.5, and Kyogo, I'm going to give him an 8 because I thought he was really sharp. He did put the ball in the net as well to be offside, so I'll give him an 8, John.
I think I'd give him an 8 as well. I'm not sure, but who's your man of the match?
Going for Scales. I know he's a defender, but he also scored, so I'm giving him a man of the match, John. Just for the big man, just getting better and better every game, isn't he?
Oh, it was amazing today. That maybe no surprise you. Well, look, Rio Hitati, outstanding performance today. I thought Alistair Johnston, Matt O'Reilly, Nicholas Kuhn, Matt Riley, Liam Scales and Rio Hatate were the outstanding performers for me today. And it'll no surprise you to hear me say I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to give my man of the match to Liam Scales. Outstanding, Xander. Fearless. And I still cannot understand why Celtic fans, no all Celtic fans, a pocket of Celtic fans don't like him. I think the big man's outstanding and he gets my man of the match.
Yeah, and he got plenty off his last season as well, didn't he? Big Scales. I think that minority of Celtic fans with that issue is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, isn't it? But, I think he's a double champion, John,
Well, aye, he is. And I was listening to Radio Clyde the other night there, and I heard a Celtic fan go, "Oh, we need to get a new left centre back." Who are you trying to kid? Who are you going to get better than Liam Scales, especially at this time in the transfer window? You're not going to get better than that to come to Celtic. I think Liam Scales was absolutely outstanding today, and he got his goal, which I was delighted to see. I love big Liam Scales. Thoroughly deserved man of the match. Close time with him and Hatate, though.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the clearance off the line, we'd have bagged a double today, John. So, but Hatate as well. I mean, he could easily have been man of the match. Hatate, it's a joy to watch that boy playing for Celtic. But Scales, he just edged it for both of us, I think, there, John. Before we go into the comments, right, we'll wrap it up. That's the game finished. Well done to Celtic. 3 points in the bag. Great start for us. One game gone. Top of the league. We move on to Hibs next week. We'll touch on that and maybe after the comments. But before the comments, John, I wanted to touch on the midweek fixtures in Europe. Right, Rangers have been drawn against Dynamo Kiev in one of the Champions League qualifiers, right, John? So right away, they've got an advantage because they need to play that game in their away game in a neutral venue, didn't they? The Ukrainian team.
Look, I don't want to look too far forward. I probably will watch the game against Dynamo Kiev. I don't know what the score's going to be or anything like that. I don't want to talk about advantages and disadvantages and all that. But obviously Rangers have got a disadvantage. They've got to play away from home, really, if you want to look at it that way. They're not going to be in Ibrox for another couple of months. So I don't think that's going to help their chances in Europe this season. Xander, can I see them getting into the Champions League?
Yeah, both the fixtures are going. This is our Rivals Corner, by the way, just before we go into the comments. Rivals Corner. But both the games are going to be played on neutral venues, John. So good luck to Dynamo Kiev. Anyway.
That's it.
Good luck to them anyway, John, whether it's at neutral venues or not. Rangers are in total disarray, and hopefully Dynamo Kiev have got a settled team there. I'm not too sure, but good luck to Dynamo anyway. John, we didn't do the comments yesterday, did we, for the preview of the day's game? So I think we'll do some comments today. What are you thinking?
Aye, we could do some comments today. Let me just get them ready. Get the old comments warmed up. So we'll go from yesterday's pre-match podcast. And first up was, let me get my specs on, Xander. I'm fumbling about in the dark here. So
I know I've got about 5 lights on here. 5 lights and 3 pairs of glasses.
Hi. So first up was Jamesy Boy Doran. He says Sefco were lucky today to come away with a draw against Hearts, who were wrongly denied a stonewaller with Connor Barron handball, and once again corruption creeping into the game, again in favour of Sefco. That
was my point. 5 minutes ago, wasn't it, John? That's, these decisions only favour one team. Hearts not getting a penalty and Celtic not getting the penalty, and various other decisions today. The shocking tackle on the Celtic player, Palmer. These decisions benefit one team, and it's no Celtic. If the Hearts would have got that penalty and scored yesterday, that was a defeat for them in the very first game.
Aye, Connor Barron it was. So, he puts his arm up to stop the ball going into the box, punches it back to his keeper, and it's a stonewall penalty in anybody's eyes. And you say Stephen Naismith says that wasn't a penalty as well?
Yeah, Stephen Naismith said after the game it wasn't a penalty. He's the only person that said that. Stephen Naismith's the only person that said it wasn't a penalty. Everybody has said it's an absolute stonewaller.
Aye, look, the sooner he's away for Hearts, the better. You know, both of us don't like that wee guy. So aye, the sooner he's away for Hearts, the better. And Connor Barron's excuses, the bags under his eyes, he couldn't see where the ball was. See the size of the bags under his eyes.
He's we said that a while ago about Connor Barron, didn't we? They must have problems sleeping or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but, it never affected what was told today in the box. As if it comes towards the Hearts player, punch it away because he done what he was told there. He punched that ball or elbowed the ball straight into the Rangers goalkeeper's arms, didn't he?
It was a handball right into the keeper's arms. He actually put his hand up. He looks like
the line. Level, John. It's up shoulder level. You know,
he's raised his arm. That's all you can say. He's raised his arm 100%. That's what he's done. And it's a Stonewall penalty. And he looks like the line at the Wizard of Oz.
But the thing is, he's raised his arm, right? We know that, right? But what they're saying, some people are saying, is his arm's in a natural position. I mean, come on to God, that's just stupidity, if I'm going to be honest with you. His arms are up the same level as his neck, you know. Anyway, John, the line at the Wizard of Oz, that's a good one. That's quite a good lookalike, to be honest with you. That's no bad. I'll give you that one. That's no bad.
It's the big bags under the eyes, isn't it? Yeah, he's a young boy. Look, I'm saying it. He's just got big bags under his eyes. Nothing we can do, but that's not your fault.
That's not your fault, no.
Yeah, well, moving swiftly on. Thanks for your comment, James.
Yeah, thanks, James. Cheers, buddy.
Prince Groove, that's a new name. I've not seen him before. He says, "Up the hoops." Yep.
He'll with it. Good to have you on. He's left a few good comments there, John. Actually, he's just a Celtic daft guy. He's just a new commenter, John. It's always good to have new commenters, I suppose.
Aye, that's good to hear for you, mate. I've got George Galloway on in the background there, Xander, if anybody can hear it. It's quite quiet, but I've got my headphones on. I can still hear it a wee bit, so I hope anybody else can hear it. I just can't be bothered away to switch it off.
No, I can't hear a thing, John. You're okay.
That's all right then, because he shouts a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, I can't hear a thing.
Anyway, next up was, thanks for that, Prince Groove.
Yeah, cheers, pal.
And next up was Paul McComb, one of our regulars, and Paul says, "We're going to put on a show today. Good to be back. Hail, hail." 5-0. Paul thought it was going to be a close one, and he says, "Great pod, lads." You thought 5-0 as well, eh?
Aye, John. What was yours again? 3-0, was it? So 3-0, 4-0, and then 5-0 last year. So they were all close, but it doesn't matter. It's 3 points in the bag. And he was right. We did put on a show, John. Paul was bang on there. That was an outstanding show today. And we need to continue that into the Hibs game next Sunday. And I think we will.
I hope so. Aye, well, for what I've seen the Hibs today, they were pretty poor, Xander. They were shockingly bad. Aye. I say it's 3-1, by the way, Xander.
Oh, did you? Right, okay. Yeah, but 5. I mean, could easily scored a few more today, couldn't we? Could easily have been a 7 or 8 today. But you know, you've got to accept this is just the first game of the season. Just finding our feet, 4-0, brilliant, absolutely superb. Just before you move on to the next comment, John, I wanted to ask you this, do you think Kuhn is going to be the number 1 right winger this season?
That's a tough one. If he continues that kind of form, of course he is, and he was outstanding in America. Mm-hmm. If he continues that kind of form, he will be the number 1 right winger. But Dyson Maeda comes back, he's not going to get dropped for anybody, Xander. He's going to be the number 1 left winger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's between James Forrest and Nicholas Kuhn on the right. And I think, for me, James Forrest kind of edges it for me a wee bit. His consistency levels have been brilliant. And will I keep Nicholas Kuhn out of the team? We'll wait and see, Xander. I don't know.
Yeah, and also Mikey Johnston and Bernardo didn't get anywhere near the team today, did they? They were on the bench and didn't get anywhere near it. So these, like Forrest, etc., Kuhn, you know, Hatate. They're just going to keep these players at the team as long as they're performing like that.
Aye, of course they are. Hatate, you can't drop Hatate. He's just too good. Matt O'Reilly's too good. Callum McGregor's never going to get dropped. He's our captain. Maeda's never going to get dropped. The same with the back line. They're never going to get dropped. They're all mainstays. Let's just hope we can hold on to every one of them, Xander, because we can't afford to lose any more players this season.
Yeah. And do you think Bernardo signed knowing he's going to be a bit part player this season?
I'm sure he was fully aware of that. Aye. He's still a young boy, isn't he? So there is a chance for him. And if Hatate gets injured or Matt O'Reilly gets injured, you'll find that Paulo Bernardo's going to be the guy to step in, Xander. I think that's the reason why he's signed. I can see him stepping in, no problem. He's capable, you know. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. All right. Just thought I'd ask John your thoughts on that. He's a decent player, but he's not going, as you say, he's not going to get in ahead of Hatate. You're bang on. All right, John. Sorry, on you go. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
That's all right. And somebody says on the Facebook comments, I was reading the Facebook comments the other day, they're saying Bernardo's absolute garbage. Where's he getting that from?
I know. It's, everybody was congratulating Bernardo. You know, you got to wonder about some of these, blockheads, if you like. The guy's just signed. He's absolute garbage. Just scored a winner against Rangers last season, set up the win on the Scottish Cup final, and he's absolute garbage. So there is blockheads out there, John. You just got to accept that.
Well, this is it. I don't think he's the best player I've ever had at Celtic, but garbage. Far from it. I think he's a half decent player. I've always says that he's half decent, and I think Celtic got him for a decent, fair price. Yeah.
No, well, people can say what they want, John. It's just comments, isn't it? But when you come up with stupid statements like that, it just doesn't even bear giving it the reply, because I don't even think I replied to the blockhead. So no, he can say what he wants, but it's 99% of the Celtic fans think he's a decent player.
Good, honest Celtic men and women. Here's Roseanne. Roseanne, good regular here.
Yeah, hi Roseanne.
Roseanne says, here we go again. Hope it's all going to be easier this season. I'll say that again. Hope it's all going to be easier this season. My wee guess is 3-1 Celtic. And she says, come on, the boys, do the biz.
Aye, thanks, Roseanne. There was a lot of 3-1s, by the way, John. A lot of people said 3-1 in the competition. But yeah, I was just, we done the biz. And Roseanne got her wish. She can relax tonight, watch the highlights, watch the rerun of the game, whatever you're going to do, because it was good. So I'm going to watch it back myself. Enjoyed it, especially the start when the flag was getting raised. Jim Craig there as well. Just made it an extra special day for me, John. But yeah, Roseanne got her wish, John. We played some beautiful football.
It was outstanding, Xander.
Yeah.
We continued where we left off last season, basically. Aye. It was a joy to behold.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Anyway, are you watching Rangers? That's all we can say.
They weren't watching since the first goal went in. I can guarantee you that. As soon as that goal went in, the tellies were switched off. So yeah, are you watching? Good comment, John.
Telly's getting kicked up in there, stuff like that. Slapping the cat.
Trailing behind in the league already. One game gone.
There you go. Can you see us now?
Before you go on, John, that wee woman during the COVID season, the Rangers supporter, obviously everybody's seen that video, can you see us now, that wee woman, that was quite funny, wasn't it? What she says, I can't remember what she says. Can you see us now? Can you see us now? She's shouting in the middle of the street with the Rangers flags and the balloons during COVID.
Aye.
Celtic fans have had a right good laugh at her, haven't they?
Aye. Well, she's gave us all great entertainment. So fair play to her for making the biggest mug I've ever seen anybody make a mug of themselves in their life. Aye, well done.
Yeah. Thanks for the entertainment value. It's superb.
All their fans are like that, premature and all that stuff. You always get a good laugh at them.
Yeah.
Always get a good laugh.
Yeah, I tell you something though, John, they're not laughing now. The Rangers fans are not a happy bunch of supporters over at Ibrox, John. They're not happy. Even the draw with Hearts, their pre-season, their stadium, money problems. There was even a court case, John. I've not even read into that, but there's all sorts of problems going on over at Ibrox just now.
Aye. Is that the new catchphrase? Are we laughing now?
We're laughing now, right? The COVID Cup was a long time ago. It's you've got to move on for that. That's all they've got to hold on to in it. The COVID Cup. So, no, John. They're in big trouble over there.
Good. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Imagine claiming that as a title. Empty stadiums. You know what I mean? COVID's killing people worldwide. Nobody on the streets. The world's in turmoil. And there's them creeping up, playing in empty stadiums, playing friendlies and claiming that as a title. Unbelievable. But there you go. If that's the only way you can win a title, then you'll be wishing for COVID every couple of years, innit?
Yeah, that's it, John. It was quite bad, and we had to endure. Not only did we have to endure the COVID pandemic and everything that went on with that, but to watch our football team, play reserves, especially every week. We played a reserve team every week. Every single week we were short about 10, 12 players, and the government, you stop Celtic playing games, etc., etc. I'll never forget it, John. I'll never forget it. But we've just got to move on as well.
It doesn't matter who's laughing now, as we say. So there we go.
Yeah,
we win leagues the proper way, full stadiums, proper teams. Just stronger team, winning all derby matches, just a better team. Simple as that. Anyway, we've rambled on enough about that. Thanks for that, Roseanne. Give us something to talk about there.
Cheers for that. Cheers, pal.
Patrick McCauley was up next. He thought 4-1 to Kilmarnock. Thanks for that, Patrick.
4-1 to Kilmarnock. That's
sorry, 4-1 to Celtic against Kilmarnock.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that'd been some result. That 4-1 close, but no cigar. Keep trying, pal. Keep trying, Patrick.
Aye, very close, Patrick. Sorry about getting that wrong. 4-1 Kilmarnock. That was wrong, wasn't it? He's got 4.1.
Close, but I don't think Kilmarnock ever looked like scoring, did they? So you got the 4 right, and you're halfway there.
Aye, thanks for that, Patrick. Sorry for getting your comment wrong. I'm not the best at reading these out, but I do my best, mate. Thanks,
cheers, Patrick. Cheers, my man.
Lubo 25 was up next. Good to see you, Lubo. We're no worthy, mate. We're not worthy.
Yeah, how you doing, Lubo? Good to have you on the comments, pal.
Lubo says, McCarthy is exactly the kind of knee-jerk signing people are clamouring for right now. Expect to see Big Ida, a left-back, and Brendan's traditional last-minute loan, which will probably be a winger that plays twice.
Yeah, a couple of good points there, but a point that I disagree with. I don't think the Celtic fans are, clamouring and panicking for any sort of player to come in the door, John. Celtic fans just want to see some of that money being spent on strengthening the team. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We all want to see the teams strengthened. We've waited 2 months, over 2 months now since the league finished last season. We've got one player in the door and a reserve goalkeeper. We've got Schmeichel in the door and another reserve goalkeeper. So nobody's clamouring, I don't think. I think that's a wrong choice of words, but I don't think he's going to sign another winger that's going to play 2 games either, John. I think Brendan is going to be very, meticulous in the transfer window. That goes with it saying, because we're 2 months down the line, we've signed one player. I just think he's entitled to his comment, but I don't think. I'm certainly not clamouring for players. That's for sure.
No, I'm not. I'd like to see a stronger bench. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a much stronger bench. The bench looked okay today, but I'd like to see it stronger, Xander, to be honest with you. We do need a couple more signings. We've already went through all that in pre-season, but we think Celtic need. But I agree with a couple of things he says. McCarthy is a knee-jerk signing. Why did we sign him? Everybody was aware how injury-prone he was.
Mm-hmm.
He was a knee-jerk signing, McCarthy, so I agree with him there. I've never been a fan of McCarthy, to be honest with you.
The McCarthy thing, in my opinion, John, you've got to remember when we signed McCarthy. They'd just won the league. We were sort of on our knees as well, weren't we? So beside McCarthy, the fans were sort of happy at that at the time, if you remember. But I think you said right away that, you know, the guy's just an injury-prone player, and it proved to be the case. He played a handful of games, and that was it. But he's right about McCarthy, John. That's a signing that should never have happened. That was a Dermot Desmond signing, I think.
I've got no idea, but look, Celtic's made a lot of mistakes with their signings, and McCarthy was one of them. And like you said the other day there, he sat there for 3 years. He's a Celtic fan. He's sitting in the stand watching Celtic every single week and get paid £2.1 million for it.
Yeah, that's it, John. It's an expensive mistake, isn't it? It really is. But he's gone now anyway. What else was Patrick saying? Because I agree with that as well. I agree with that.
What else did they say? Knee-jerk signing. There was a knee-jerk signing. The only bit you didn't agree with was him clamouring. He thinks that McCarthy was the kind of knee-jerk signing that people were clamouring for.
No,
it is a knee-jerk signing, but we're no clamouring. That's what you says.
No. We just want quality in the door, as you say, stronger bench, even some extra players, because we've only got one striker at the club just now. We've got one left back at the club as well. We just need to strengthen, John. We just need to
a stronger bench, even, Xander. That's what I'd like to see.
But if we want to make a dent in this Champions League as well, John, we just need signings in the door. That's the bottom line.
Big money to make a dent in the Champions League. Anyway, Xander also says, expect to see Big Ida. Well, I kind of expect to see him now. I don't know when. Might be within the next couple of weeks. I don't know. And he says also a traditional a left back. He thinks we'll see Big Ida and a left back. And Brendan's last minute loan signing, which will be a winger, he says, that plays twice.
No, you never know, but I think he's right about the left back. Definitely. We need cover there at left back, and obviously Big Adam. We all just want to see that player, you know, back at Celtic. It was a shame for Big Adam either, John, that he wasn't there the other day to see the flag, you know, flag day, party day, whatever, because he was a big party last season, and he deserved to. Maybe he was there, I don't know, but he should have been there as part of the team, I think. But it's just, there's nothing the board or the manager can do about that. He's just not a Celtic player.
No, that's it. Aye. I'm sure he watched it on the telly or whatever, unless Norwich were playing the day, which I don't think he would have been started anyway. Listen, Lubo25, thanks for your comment, mate. Gave us a few things to talk about there.
Yeah, good, great comment. Thanks very much, pal. Cheers. Or I might disagree with a couple of bits, but it was a great comment. Cheers, pal.
Aye, thanks, Lubo. Come back again. We'll read your other comments.
Yeah, keep the comments coming in, Lubo. Thank you.
That's the kind of comments we like. It gives us something to talk about. Anyway, next up was Kevin McKenna. Kevin says 3-1 to the boys today. Unlucky Kevin, I says that as well.
Unlucky Kevin. Keep the guesses coming, pal, and keep the comments coming as well, buddy. It's good to have you on the channel.
Aye. Big hitter Jamesy Boy Doran says 6-1 to Celtic.
Aye, 6-1. I said 10 minutes ago, didn't I, John? It could have been 7-8, so it wasn't too far away, I don't think.
No, it definitely wasn't too far away, no.
Too far away. No, he was unlucky. We were unlucky, sorry, with, you know, a few chances off the bar, etc. Shots just over the bar. But we'll take the 4 all day long, John. You said yesterday you'd be happy with a 1-0 win as long as we get the 3 points on the table, and that's what we've done. We've got the 3 points on the table.
Well, we've got to keep an eye on our closest rivals under St Mirren.
Aye. Well, we play them 2 weeks today, didn't we? So, yeah, we've got to keep an eye on them.
Exactly, aye. Got to watch it for these big teams. Know what I mean? Our rivals, our main rivals this season, St Mirren.
Yeah, that's it. The rivals corner will be about St Mirren next week.
aye. Next season we'll be saying was a close run thing with St Mirren. But, in all fairness to Robinson, I can't remember the guy's first name. Stephen Robinson, isn't it? Stephen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stephen Robinson. Yeah,
he's got his team playing brilliant, Xander. I think they're a half decent outfit. For what I've seen them playing in Europe, okay, they were playing against that Valur team who I think were absolute garbage. But they've obviously got some confidence for that and absolutely scalped Hibs today. Played them off the park.
Aye, yeah, I was quite surprised at that result, to be honest with you. St Mirren 3, Hibs nothing. But that's the 2 teams we play next, John. Hibs up next, and then St Mirren. So, as you say, we need to keep an eye on that, didn't we?
Aye, well, thanks for softening them up, St Mirren. That'll do nicely.
Aye, but they'll be a different team when they come up against Celtic, John. I think you said that about 3 times last season. You were right every time. So that'll be a good game next. In fact, once you're finished with the comments, John, we'll have a wee quick touch on next week's game.
Aye. Well, do you know Hibs don't even put up the same performance against their main rivals, Hearts, when they play Celtic? They keep everything, their best performances for Celtic. They always have done, Zander.
Yeah, of course they do, John. It's they've always gave us when we go to Edinburgh, we have an easier game at Tynecastle than we do at Easter Road.
Oh, we're not going to it anyway. We would never sell our club, says, thought it was going to be 4-1 the day. Unlucky, 1 goal out.
Yeah, unlucky again. There's a lot of guesses for. I didn't put the competition this week, John. I forgot to mention that actually. I didn't put it on Facebook. I just kept it to YouTube this week. And there was a lot of entries, so that was fair enough. And we did get a winner as well. And I'll just run through the winner again, John, because
I'm just about to say it, Zander.
All right, go on, you go then, John. Yeah.
I was just about to read his comment, or her. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl here, but EMCD says 4-0 Celtic. EMCD.
That's it.
4-0 Celtic. That's this week's competition winner. EMCD.
Yeah, EMCD won the competition. Great guess, 4-0. When I get your address off you, EMCD, congratulations to you anyway. What you need to do is go into the Xander John Facebook page or the Xander John Messenger page and send us a private message on either one with your address. Make sure the message is private. Just get that in the settings. I'll receive it and we'll get the Legends frame print sent out to you, pal. So congratulations to EMCD.
Aye, well done, mate. You'll get that prize sent to you. It'll be a free print for you there.
Yeah, frame print, Legends frame print. I hope you enjoy that, pal. If you send us the address today, you'll get it by Wednesday or Thursday.
That's beginner's luck. I've never seen EMCD here before, but a lot of people that centred it for the first time has won it, eh?
Yeah, that's right, John. But we've given away, I'd say, roughly about 40 prizes so far. So it's the only podcast to do it, John. Everybody else wants you to subscribe, or they want you to send a donation or whatever. We're a non-monetized channel. We just give the prizes away. You don't need to do anything. Just enter the competition.
It's as simple as that. Just put your guess in the comments and you could win a prize absolutely free of charge.
Yeah, that's
cost you not a penny and you get a nice free gift. Yeah. And all we ask for in return is nothing.
Nothing. You don't ask nothing. No, well said, Jack.
Just leave a comment if you can. That would do. Anyway, well done, EMCD, and that prize will be on its way to you this week. Once you get your address sent at us.
Yeah, as soon as you get that address sent, we'll get it sent to you. Yeah, that was good. That was good to somebody won it, because that was one of the last guesses, I think, John won it in the comments.
18 hours ago.
18
hours ago, Xander. Aye. So, anyway, well done that, man. Next up was Colin Stewart. He thought it was going to be 4-1. Unlucky. He says, the Rangers loving Hearts manager said it wasn't a penalty. So that's that, eh? Wonder what he would have said if it was against Celtic. I think you says that or not. Interpretation of rules changes and one certain team always benefits. I mean, who that is.
Yeah, that's what we said earlier about it, John. There's only one team that benefits from these decisions. And who was that, Collins?
Colin Stewart, aye.
Collins, I've not heard from you for a wee while, pal. Good to have you on the channel again. But he's bang, absolutely bang on. That was... we've already went through it, John. I'm not going to go through it again, but that's just a sign of things to come for me for the entire season, if I'm going to be honest with you, John.
Well, the writing was on the cards yesterday, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That was that. As soon as you seen that, you knew exactly how the season was going to go. Lo and behold, there's bad decisions with Celtic players today. I thought Kilmarnock should have had 2 players sent off. Instead of that, nothing happened to them. It's just a sign of things to come. But that's exactly what you said earlier. So thanks for that comment, Collins. And next up was Mad About Football. Thought it was going to be 2-0.
No, it was never going to be 2-0 the day, was it? Especially at half time when it was already 2-0. It was never going to finish that. So keep the guesses coming in anyway. Whether it's 1-0, 10-0, doesn't matter. We'll do a competition in midweek as well, by the way, for the Hibs game on Sunday, so keep your eye open for that, folks.
Aye. And look, I'll just finish up with the last two comments. Thanks for that, Mad About Football. The last two comments.
Cheers, pal. Unlucky.
The last two comments was just score guesses. Under one club since 1888 thought it was going to be 2-1 Celtic, and Rosemary thought 3-0 Celtic. And that concludes the comments.
Yeah, thanks everybody for entering the competition. By the way, it's appreciated. It was just like the olden days, just a YouTube competition. No other sites were involved. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. They weren't involved in this one. It was just a wee quick spot at the moment. And the Facebook, etc. they'll be back in the competition for next week. It's just that I've not received the new prizes yet. That's what the problem is. So I just kept it to the YouTube, because the YouTube followers and subscribers know what the prizes about the frame prints, etc. So the new prizes have not arrived yet, John. That's been a week I've been waiting on them, and I'm hoping to get them for Monday.
All right, I still don't know what the new prizes are, but I'm keen to wait. I'll just wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hopefully by Wednesday we'll have the new competition for every platform, John.
All right, that's good. Anybody listening on Facebook or whatever, or the other places where Sander shares this, you'll get your chance to get your hands on a prize.
Yeah, okay. All right, John, thanks for that. I know the comments are no easy today because I struggle to deal with them. So I appreciate that, John, for reading them out. It's and thanks to everybody for leaving a comment. Every comment is appreciated, and we'll read out as many comments as we possibly humanly can, because it's no easy. Well done to Celtic today. Well done to the champions, getting off to a flyer 4-0 at home in a wet, miserable Glasgow day, but it didn't dampen the spirits. Good to see Jim Craig there as well. It's good to see the Lisbon Lion there unfurling the flag. We are next up on Friday, maybe Saturday, John, because it's a Sunday, isn't it? So we'll do the preview on next Saturday for the Hibs game at Easter Road next Sunday. Just a wee quick touch on that, John. That I said we were going to touch on it. That's going to be a battle. Hibs are going to make that into a battle next week.
Especially after losing to St Mirren the day. Of course they're going to make it a battle. It's always a battle with Hibs. They keep their best for Celtic. They always do that. They always keep their best for Celtic. They don't even put the same effort in against their arch enemies' Hearts. They just keep it for Celtic. It is going to be a battle, and David Gray's going to want a performance or a response for his team after getting absolutely thumped with St Mirren today. So it's going to be tough, Sander.
Yeah, and it's just we just need to show up, do a professional job, isn't it, John? That's all we need to do. Do what we've done today. We shouldn't have any problems. Right, but one more thing, Colombo. One more thing before we call it a day. Dundee United played Dundee today, John, didn't they? I think that was the first Dundee derby in a few years. I know it was a draw, John. I'm not too sure what the final score was. You
It finished 2 each, Sander.
Yeah, 2 each. So it did, John. So that was at Tannadice, wasn't it? So a good result for Dundee there, I suppose, getting a draw at Tannadice. But it's good to see the Dundee derby back, because it's been a few years. All right, John, we'll wrap that up there. Let's call it a day. Remember, hit that like button, share and subscribe. We'll be back next week, next Saturday, I think, to do the preview of the Hibs game. Join us over on the Facebook page, Sander John, to get hundreds of extra video. I've even put the highlights of today's game on there already. That's there if you want to see it, and the flag lift as well if you want to see that as well. Both videos are there. I'll put a link in the description. So that's it, John. We'll see you next Saturday for the preview of the Hibs game.
Yeah, speak to you next week, Sander. Hail, mate.
Hail, John. Catch you later.